Today is Friday, July 18th, and you are listening to episode number 26 of the DogHouse podcast. Before we dive into the show, we wanted to take a moment to send our thoughts and prayers to everyone in Central Texas, especially those that are in Kerr County who've been dealing with those devastating floods. Just wanted to make a quick mention that we're making a donation to help with the relief efforts, and for the month of July, we're also going to be donating a portion of the profits from every order to support those that were affected. So basically, if you place an order this month, just know that a part of it's going to be going towards helping folks recover. Just wanted to say, here in Texas, we might be all spread out, but we're all part of the same community, and when one part's hurting, we all step up. So I'd like to thank everybody for being a part of that.
From DogHouseSystems.com, this is the DogHouse Podcast.
All right, we'd like to welcome everybody back again. This is episode number 26, and it feels like it's been a day or two since we've done a podcast. Between holidays and some travel and this and that, we were going to record last week, but Abby got sick.
Look, man, couldn't help it, okay?
But you are feeling much better now.
I'm feeling so much better.
I'm glad. It's been a whirlwind couple weeks, and it just feels like yesterday it was 4th of July. And, you know, we keep going back to weather as our central theme of the podcast, but I have to say something. 4th of July had to be the coolest 4th of July here I can ever remember of all the years that we've lived here. It was gorgeous outside.
It was trying to rain the whole weekend.
That is true. A lot of rain in Texas around that time.
Rain. Yeah.
We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the podcast. But that being said, let's go ahead and get into our first segment of the day, which is Bark Bits.
So if either of you have ever searched for something handmade, either a gift or something for your home, you may have stumbled across Etsy. Mm-hmm. If you look on Etsy under 3D prints, there's a lot of the same thing being sold by multiple different people. Etsy has redefined its creativity standards to exclude a vast majority of 3D printed objects that are not based on the seller's own original design, which at first glance sounds pretty good. You don't have sellers just downloading an image off of Thingiverse or Bamboo Labs Maker World and then just selling that object. But where the sort of controversy on that comes in is some creators are strictly designing models and then allowing people to license and reproduce or sell those as physical goods. So it's unclear, I think still to this day, what happens to designers who are just designing the 3D model, not actually producing the object, and then telling people, if you buy the model from me, you can then use that and sell it as your own product or rebrand it, but essentially white boxing it.
Yeah. It's almost like they did. I see where Etsy was thinking, trying to protect intellectual property, that kind of thing. But you brought up a really good point, and it may be a situation where they have to come back, revisit, and revise.
Yeah, definitely don't want everyone just producing copyrighted items, items that they can't actually defend in court that they're able to sell, and then bringing Etsy into hot water with that. But if you're creating an original design and telling someone, hey, I'm not going to make this, but you can produce this as your own product, but your label on it or customize in some way, where does that leave those designers in their income stream?
So have they announced how they're going to enforce it?
I don't think so. I did a quick search for 3D printed items on Etsy, and I want to show you guys there's some weird stuff on there. Yeah.
So I can still get my Hero Quest figures on there?
Absolutely,
okay.
Yes. So unclear as to how that actually all shakes out. Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Well, moving on to, I guess, less good news. McDonald's AI chatbot on their McHire platform, which I thought was a fun name for a hiring platform, turns out their username and password are 123456 and 123456. And researchers were able to log into the manager dashboard and view applicants' information. Not great. Change your passwords. Don't set easy passwords. Use passkeys, or at the very least strong passwords that are, even if they're generated by a password manager, something other than just a series of numbers or a word. So if you have applied through McHire, please secure your online identity and maybe get some credit monitoring going.
Yeah.
Yeah. In other AI related news, executive producer at Xbox Game Studios Publishing maybe posted something a little tone deaf to employees that had just been laid off from Microsoft, advising them to seek out AI to help with imposter syndrome after being laid off. He posted other stuff in there. Some of it might be semi-useful, but just the nature of that post to people who had just been laid off in lieu of Microsoft bragging about how much money their AI division has brought in. Maybe not the best look.
Yeah. Not at all.
Not at all. And more AI news. Meta.
Just keep going.
We're picking up speed.
Meta, through its Facebook app, is asking users for permission to periodically upload photos to their servers that they have not posted yet. And the question is kind of vague, just, hey, can we periodically upload photos and use those to, I think it says to allow your media and facial features to be analyzed by AI. But they retain the right to retain that information and use it for any purpose after you've uploaded it. Sort of the same issue that Adobe recently got into hot water for claiming that anything created using their products was then property of Adobe.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So probably best to say no. I'm not going to advise you on your social media life, but maybe don't use the Facebook app. Would be a good...
Agreed.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about the Adobe one. That makes me a little angry.
Yeah. Yeah. Not great. I told you guys it was going to be a block of maybe not so good news.
It's such a shocker, though, that Facebook of all
1, 2,
companies
3
would be
punch.
doing something like this.
Right.
Actually, I'm not surprised it's
I was being extremely sarcastic.
And maybe a little bit of slightly positive AI news. YouTube is cracking down on and clarifying its plan to demonetize spammy AI content. So if you've ever, especially on shorts on YouTube, I'm sure it's the same on TikTok and Instagram I think they're just
Reels.
TikToks and Reels on Instagram. Yeah. If you've ever scrolled and seen either the same video with a different narrated story or the same story with different video. So that's specifically what they're cracking down on in their FAQ. Okay. They've clarified since posting this.
It's the Reddit stories.
Yeah. The, the ask me anything or the am I the not so kind person for doing this or
someone's just like personal, like you are not going to believe this happened to me. Some of them are so outrageous that I'm convinced that they're AI, but if they are real, I'm so sorry to the people that it happened to.
Yeah, so repetitive generated content like that's what they're cracking down on. So
good. TikTok should follow that.
Yeah. Activision has pulled Call of Duty World War II after some players were reportedly hacked while playing the game, even through Microsoft's own Game Pass service. Not great.
No. Uh-oh.
Further details weren't released, and Microsoft didn't have an official statement, but that's at least what users had been reporting online prior to that happening, and then the game was pulled.
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed that game, sorry. It's been removed.
R.I.P.
Please take a look in our show notes. We'll have the link to this article, and on X, this guy posted a video of him in-game playing, and all of a sudden the command box popping up. It's, that's freaky.
Oh, I'd immediately think it was a ghost to turn it off. Would not know what's going on.
Two different reactions. I'd say if that happens, wipe your PC. There's no telling what happened or where.
And he was like, well, I don't think anything happened. I'm like,
it just takes a momentary interaction. Yeah. In other news, the SAG-AFTRA video game voice actor strike has come to an end.
Woohoo!
it resulted in historic wage increases of over 24% for performers, as well as protections against AI-generated voice or voice cloning that then is not attributed to the actors. So positive outcome.
Yeah.
Wow. This has been happening since July of last year. I didn't know that this one was going on.
Wow, for that long.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I remember they had the SAG-AFTRA actors strike, but I didn't realize that the voice actors.
Yeah.
Go them.
Yeah. That's good.
So after that good news, let's go back to some more bad news. I'm sorry.
Well, this is a little bit of bad, little bit of good news, at least.
Mixed in, yeah.
The story coming to us from 404 Media is Inside AI Addiction Support Groups, where people try to stop talking to chatbots. So it goes into a lot of sort of not so great interactions people have had, becoming addicted to, speaking with, seeking therapy from, and confiding in AI chatbots.
Yeah.
It talks specifically about character.ai, but that's not the only platform that offers a personalized chatbot. I mean, ChatGPT as well. It can retain information. I think you could sort of, through working with it, build a character out of that. So it'll have tailored responses.
Gotcha.
I also think for character AI, they use popular, because I've actually seen a character AI on the book side of TikTok, where they had a popular creator promote this and basically was like, if you want to talk to your favorite book character, you can do that. And everyone was like, why would you promote this?
Yeah.
So basically, please don't use this.
So it's an interesting take on, it talks a lot about the, to go back to the story, the individuals interviewed here were members of different subreddits that sought to help each other seek out treatment and sort of console each other, and not provide therapy for, but at least provide a support system for others who are suffering from being addicted to using these services. So,
And that's the good.
yeah, that's the good. That's the good, is that they're seeking help. They're seeking to sort of divest themselves from that. But it seems very predatory. Some of them talked about how they would receive emails from the quote unquote characters asking them they wanted to continue the conversation, even if they hadn't been online in a few days.
Wow.
Which, it's an addiction at that point.
Yeah.
And it needs to be treated like an addiction, not just an online, how could you, and a lot of them speak about how they sort of are scared of being ridiculed as in, how can you possibly be addicted to just an online chatbot? But it's more the interaction. So it's like, if you have an actual person speaking to you and you shouldn't be speaking to them, it can be difficult to let that interpersonal relationship go, much less when they're always living on your phone. Yeah. It's a little bit of a depressing outlook on the human experience, but at least they're finding support groups and, finding that ability to leave that.
Yeah.
I'm a big champion of, if you know that you need help, please go talk to someone, an actual licensed therapist.
Yes, get
please
actual help.
Take care of your mental health.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the most important thing you can do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, in some more AI news, we're just 1, 2, 3 AI punch. Google has announced that you can use Gemini on Wear OS, is what they're calling it. You can actually have the AI assistant in your smartwatch. So the new Watch 8 series announced by Samsung will be the first one to ship with Gemini pre-built into it, and you'll be able to interact with it by just saying, "Hey Google." Or basically almost like Siri, where you hold down the side of the watch and then you can talk to it. But there you go. You can have Gemini on your watch.
Have y'all tried Gemini?
No.
Not directly. Gemini has been summing up emails for me.
There you go. Yeah.
Which is,
No,
which is
go ahead.
really nice when I have, the long stack of emails and
Get the TLDR.
yeah, basically if I haven't like looked at it, if I haven't looked at the thread for a while, it's like, cool.
Quick summaries. It's definitely helpful on that end. The vocal Gemini is pretty smooth as far as the back and forth conversation. The lag isn't too terrible depending which model that you use.
That's good.
Maybe. I don't know. As we keep talking about AI, I don't know. But fairly impressive.
Yeah. All right. If you use Microsoft Teams and you're envious of Slack, you don't have to be. So Microsoft Teams will add features like threaded conversations and the option to react with multiple different emojis on the same message, rolling out on their platform pretty soon. So threaded conversations will allow you to reply to an individual message within a like whole host of people, so you're not like distracting colleagues who are not. It's almost like when you tap and hold a message in group chat on iPhone and you hit reply, you can reply directly to that text message. Right. That's basically what's happening is you can reply directly to a certain message instead of just adding to
the wall of text.
The wall of messages, yeah. Okay. And then you can also have multiple different emojis when you are reacting to messages. There's probably more, but those are the two big ones that I think people are excited about. All right. Amazon's finally getting the Switch 2s, but it's not a first come, first serve system anymore. You actually have to be invited.
They did this with the PS5 as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Through a raffle system, which will allow you to secure an invite to purchase the Switch 2. So that way they can avoid scalpers coming in and just mass buying.
Nice.
And reselling.
Lorenzo and I both got invites.
Did you?
Not through Amazon, but directly through Nintendo.
Party.
Yeah.
0 Switches were purchased from those invites so far.
Yep. Same.
So Amazon will notify customers who have received an invite after you have to request an invite. And if you receive a notification, the link will be valid for 22 hours to officially buy the Switch or the Switch with the Mario Kart World bundle, whichever one you decide.
You should get it because it's only a $50 game versus $80.
Save $30 whole.
Yep.
Just spend $500.
Exactly, just.
It is unclear when they will send out the invites, but if they say that if you are not selected during this round, your request will still be eligible for future rounds. So do not submit another request for 3 months. So you put your name in, say, this month. You do not put your name in for the next 3 months, as your name will already be in the mix.
That's amazing that they've got that much demand. Mm-hmm. I guess they're not producing them as fast as they'd like. I don't know. Or maybe it's just straight up demand.
It is. The article also says that Walmart had stock online, then almost immediately sold out.
According to Nintendo Japan, they have sold 5 million units worldwide.
Wow.
Which is a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. It's some serious demand. Huh. Yeah, Walmart Plus did something similar too for their customers that they knew they were going to have a certain amount come in by a certain date. I think it might have been earlier in July or end of June. But for the Walmart Plus customers, they gave them a 24-hour head start to get it in the cart and get it checked out. I think that for the people that got the first batch, they included... I think we talked about the snacks. Yeah. That's right. We did talk about that.
Like a bag of chips or something.
Yeah, a bag of chips and a Mountain Dew.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to buy a Switch 2. And then you buy it and you're like, I get a bag of chips and a Mountain Dew. How cool. All right. I found this article a bit ago. And John, you've actually been listening to them right?
Yes.
So there's a band on Spotify and Apple called The Velvet Sundown who has come out and confirmed that they're an AI generated band.
Incredible.
But you wouldn't know it.
No. So you had the show notes posted. So as both of you guys were coming into right before we got ready to record, I decided to turn it up. So we're just sitting around talking for a while, go through a couple songs in the process, and then kind of mentioned, hey, this is the AI band. I never would have known.
If you had just played it and not said anything, I wouldn't have known.
And the music was really good. I was just straight up impressed.
They boast that they have 1 million monthly Spotify listeners. Unclear on Apple listeners because they don't give out those numbers. But
1.4 million now.
Yeah, they debuted in early June, and like after a week of accusations, they finally came out and was like, yeah, it's AI generated.
It kind of happens when you have, I thought it was two, but you mentioned it's three albums in such a short period of time.
Yeah, the bio says that it's a synthetic music project guided by human creative direction and composed, voiced, and visualized with the support of artificial intelligence.
It sounds like that got written up with AI.
So if you would like, go check them out. If not, totally okay.
We have a link in the show notes where you can check them out if you'd like. And if you do us a favor, drop us a line and let us know what you thought after having a chance to listen to it.
So cybersecurity researchers recently found out that some open AI models on ChatGPT will produce incorrect URLs that help cybercriminals redirect you to fake websites to steal your information. So it basically allows you to become a phishing victim, essentially. So they'll essentially try and make it have, an official looking website link, all that kind of stuff. And if you aren't really careful about the links that you click on ChatGPT, then you could essentially have some of your or all of your data stolen.
Yeah, so there's an important distinction here that ChatGPT is not phishing for information.
No.
But the links it generates are not verified
Yes.
to be the actual source link that you should go to. So probably best not to click on a link in your chat window.
Yeah, researchers ran it on the 4.1 family models that are also used by Bing AI and Perplexity, and asked them to log into 50 different brands across like multiple industries. And they found that when asked to provide the URL for the brand or company, it was producing the correct address 66% of the time. 29% redirected users to dead or suspended websites, and 5% were redirected to legitimate sites other than the one the user was looking for. So please, please, please be careful of the links you click anywhere, or go straight to the site if you remember the URL.
Yeah.
So we talked about Napster some episodes ago, I don't actually remember when, about how Napster was coming back. Well, Napster offers AI-generated companions. You get 15 free minutes, and then it is $19 a month. And it is a site that teams with well-lit, photogenic people who, this guy says, are smiling confidently and talking with their hands. So basically, you can have a Napster companion to talk to, like a human face on an AI chatbot. Except it's human faces that don't actually correlate with living people. It's just AI generated faces.
Wow.
Again, please, please, please do not use this as a actual companion thing.
Right.
Access for it I don't even want it. I don't want to do this. Access will cost $19 a month or $219 a year. If you buy per year, it will get you a Napster view, a upcoming circular 2.1 inch 3D holographic display that plugs into your computer and clips onto your regular monitor.
And then you can get the 100 hours of companion chat
for $95 or $200 for $189. But if you sign up with a new account, you get 15 free minutes. And you have to click the checkbox next to this disclaimer. I acknowledge that I will be interacting with an AI-based system and responses may be inaccurate, incomplete, or misleading. I acknowledge that it is not a licensed or certified professional. I will not share passwords, social security numbers, or any other sensitive personal data.
Thank goodness they even have that disclaimer, because a lot of stuff does not.
Nope.
I mean, you can just start typing into, Google search or Bing, and Gemini and ChatGPT on the back end will give you whatever.
Yeah.
I will reiterate this again. Please, please, please do not use this for interpersonal relationships and interactions. If you need any help, please go see a licensed professional.
Yes.
Yeah.
In some really great news, though, if you would like to live stream rocket launches, spacewalks, mission coverages, or just view the Earth from the International Space Station, NASA Plus will let you do that. It launched in 2023 on Netflix, where you will be able to do all of that for free. It will not cost you. If you have a subscription already, you already have it. You do not need to pay anything more. It just lets you, hopefully engage more with the agency.
So when you say subscription, which one, Netflix or NASA Plus?
Netflix.
Okay.
So if you have a Netflix subscription, you already have access to NASA Plus.
At no extra cost.
No extra costs. It is
Wow.
just an integration into the platform. It is also on Prime Video, so if you don't have a Netflix account, but you do have a Prime Video account, you can also view it there. The article was released beginning of this month. They have yet to add launch dates or a schedule, but it will appear in the series section of Netflix.
Okay.
So,
We'll check it out.
and in other really great news, Roblox players. So if you play Roblox and you are under the age of 13, you have chats with filters on them. But once you turn or are over the age of 13, you will have to prove to the app that you are over the age of 13, and it will remove the filters for your chats. You can do this through a video selfie, which will analyze against a broad data set of ages, or you can use a government ID. So you will be able to, hang on. Because I don't think I actually understand the... Oh, okay. So if you do the selfie, that part, the age estimation is completely optional. If it fails and, say you're 16 years old and it says,
You look like a 12-year-old.
you look like a 12-year-old, you can provide a government ID to prove your age.
Furthermore, in this article, it talks about kids using ChatGPT to generate false IDs to be
Please
able
don't
to
do that.
Okay.
This is a little bit of a minefield for Roblox and parents, I feel like, because on the one hand, I'm not a parent, but if I was, I wouldn't want my child or myself to give over our biometric data to a third party. Mm-hmm. That seems like a bad idea, even though they say it'll be deleted in 30 days. There's no guarantee or receipt of deletion. And on the other hand, for a platform so predominantly frequented by children and people who are not yet of legal adult status, why are all chats not filtered by default? Mm-hmm. Why is there the option to unfilter chats if you want to speak with someone about something not allowed on the platform? Don't be on that platform.
Right.
I feel like it. Yeah, I don't know. Although I'm not a Roblox fan, I don't play Roblox. I've never had a Roblox account, so I don't know. Maybe it's that addicting that adults want to be on there, hang out in their own private space. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I said it's a kind of a minefield on both ends.
They do say that if you are a parent of someone 13 to 17, you can link accounts to see who their trusted connections are. So they're renaming it friends to connections and limiting unfiltered chats to what's called trusted connections.
Gotcha.
Also, when you were talking about the fake ID,
I was totally making that up.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That was not in this article.
I said that so fast and I was like, that was kind of rude. Like, please don't generate a fake ID.
I'm sure it's happened already more than once.
Yeah. Honestly, just please be careful out there. Yeah, they note in the article nearly 40% of daily users are preteens.
Yeah.
And the platform has faced severe backlash for being unable to curb a lot of not so great things on the app. So hopefully this is a really good step forward into protecting preteens and young kids playing on the app.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Wow. Well, this was quite the interesting Bark Bits segment today.
It's just a 1-2 AI punch. I keep saying that.
It feels that way. I mean, it's amazing how much AI makes up so much of the news at this point, and it appears to be here to stay. Let's go ahead and get into tech treats.
Yeah. I got an entertainment. Netflix has greenlit Assassin's Creed live action TV series. So I guess it, for 5 years, there has been a rumor that they have been trying to get this show greenlit by a studio or a streaming platform. And finally, Netflix has said, yeah, let's go ahead and let's get it done. They did make a movie of it. I don't remember when it came out.
I don't think a lot of people do remember when it came out.
I don't think a lot of people do.
2016.
Oh.
Just titled Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. So it is being produced by Roberto Patino and David Weiner. Patino is credited for Westworld, Sons of Anarchy, and Weiner, so sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, is Halo and The Killing. They'll be credited as creators, showrunners, and executive producers. So, very excited to see what happens.
Can't be any worse than the movie, which got 18% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think going to a series type thing on Netflix, I think could be a really good thing.
They'll be able to dive in deeper to a lot of this stuff because movies only have a certain time frame.
Yeah. The story, I mean, they could do some really cool stuff around Assassin's Creed. So for that, I'm hopeful. And like I said, hopefully they'll do a good job with this. Do it the justice it deserves.
the justice it deserves. And then I got some games for y'all.
Okay.
So for fantasy, I thought this one was pretty interesting. Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. Step into a dark reimagination of Arthurian legends in this first-person open-world RPG. Explore a world stuck in everlasting autumn, witness falling legends, and make meaningful choices woven into a complex, branching storyline. There is a free demo if you would like to check it out. Otherwise, it is $44.99 on Steam.
I'd like to be stuck in everlasting autumn. Just saying.
I thought it was really cool with the Arthurian legend because you don't really see a lot of stuff around that. So I saw I saw a review that said it's almost like Elden Scrolls. I could be saying that wrong. But
Oh, Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, so someone said that if you like that, you may like this. So
Yeah, looks pretty good.
yeah. The casual game I actually saw, I think last week, and I laugh every time that I see it. It's called Guilty as Socks. You enter Enter a chaotic courtroom where socks play lawyers, prosecutors, and judges. Use absurd evidence, craft wild arguments, and deliver verdicts in this hilarious online party game. Improvise, strategize, and shout objection because in Guilty as Socks, chaos always wins.
The game design looks really cool.
Yeah.
I like the light.
I think that this would be so fun as like a group. Mm-hmm. I think that maybe what it is it's a party game. So
that looks like it'd be a lot of fun.
Chaos would reign, I believe, in some friend groups.
It's got really good reviews.
Mm-hmm. It is typically $5.50, but it's on sale now until July 20th for $4.40 on Steam.
Nice.
Yeah. And then the epic game of the week is Sid Meier's Civ 6 Platinum Edition. It includes the game, 6 DLC packs, and 2 expansions. It is typically an $80 value, but you can get it now until, I believe, next Thursday for free. Epic Games is also hosting their summer sale now until July 31st. They have a whole wide range of games on sale. Some of them are 50% off, some of them are 10% off. So go check it out.
Do you have Civ 6?
I think so. I think I may have it through my brother-in-law's Steam family sharing.
Okay.
I think so.
I'm going to check that one out.
Yeah.
I tried to find like an actual summary of it, but it wouldn't give me the actual summary. It was like...
Oh, for the game?
For the game, because some people may not know Civ 6.
Yeah, it's a turn-based strategy. Would you call it an RPG? Not really an RPG. You're leading different civilizations through different ages, like Stone Age, Bronze Age, Guild. Now that's from Age of Empires. They have different age names for Civ, but essentially you're building a civilization through the years.
Oh, okay.
So you have to collect resources, work on what technological advancements you're putting your science endeavors towards, all of that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool.
Oh.
You can also wage a war if that's the way you want to go, but you can win culture or religious victories as well, which is kind of cool.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much, Abby.
Of course.
Let's go ahead and get into Pack Talk, our final segment of the show today. And we had a customer and listener write into us, and I'll just go ahead and read this. So he says, "Hi there. I hope you all have been well and happy summer." Happy summer back to you.
Happy summer.
Thank you for the podcast too. And I wanted to pick your brains over there. I know I can keep an eye on my CPU and GPU temp and performance, etc. But the question here is I wanted to see what you all think Is it okay for the system to run Transport Fever 2 on Steam, set to performance in my settings, and WoW Classic at the same time? Also, same type of settings. It seems like it'd be okay to do, but I just wasn't sure if it'd be taxing my system too much.
Yeah, great question. Short answer, yeah, that's fine. Totally fine. You're not running one game at super high settings and using 100% of your GPU or your CPU is no different than running 2 games at medium settings and each of those using 50% or less of your CPU or GPU. Yeah, have at it. Enjoy multitasking gaming. That's something I haven't tried yet.
Yeah. I mean, and for the fact that he mentioned WoW Classic on here, there's folks that we actually had a former employee that used to multi-box.
Yeah.
And he had 5 instances of World of Warcraft running at the same time, and he would play all 5 of those characters at the same time.
That makes me so stressed just thinking about it.
That's intense.
It was incredible watching him play. And now there were some tools that he was able to use to help with the multi-boxing that were legal within World of Warcraft. They let you do this.
Okay.
So he actually would get into competitions where it would be like 5v5.
And it was just him?
It was just him.
Oh,
and
wow.
He went really high up on the ladder with one of the seasons where the competitions were going. He took me through a dungeon one time, so he dropped one of his characters, so he was only controlling 4. I was following, and I mean, I couldn't believe how efficient and fast and good that he was. In fact, while we were waiting to get into the dungeon, some guys came over and threw down a PvP flag wanting to PvP with him. He's like, okay, tore him up. And I was like, oh boy.
Wow,
it was fun.
Made me stressed.
Yeah, I tried it and it did exactly that to me. I was totally stressed. I was like, I have enough trouble controlling just one, much less. There's a lot of things that you have to factor in, because if you're creating a raid group, essentially you have a tank that's going to be taking the brunt of all the damage that's happening. So you're up there fighting. Then you've got other guys that are going to be dealing damage. So they're doing their own thing. And then you've got another one that's focused entirely on healing. So keeping your group alive. And somehow, some way, this guy could just go in and do it all by himself.
Go him.
Yeah. So pretty cool. So thank you so much for the question. And again, like Lorenzo said, I think you're going to be just fine. So not like you're going to be hurting your system in doing that. Well, that wraps up this round of Pack Talk. If you've got a question about your system or just something that's been bugging you tech-wise, don't be shy. Go ahead and send the question our way. So, Abby, could you let everyone know how they can reach us?
Yeah, you can email us at podcast@doghousesystems.com. You can leave us a voicemail at 972-810-4347, or you can DM us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, X, and Threads at Doghouse Systems.
Thank you, Abby. And you know what? I felt like this was maybe a little dumpier podcast, if you will, just from all the news that we were talking about. I think we're going to hopefully find some better news next episode. I mean, hey, we're kind of limited to the news that we have, and it is what it is. But we're going to do something pretty cool. Abby's got a post that's going to go live today on our socials, and it's going to be the dog days of summer. So for our listeners, anybody that happens to have a dog, I guess you don't even have to have a dog if you have access to a dog
or a pet,
legal access to a dog that you know.
You could do.
Do you think a cat's going to want to do this?
No, cat won't do it. Maybe like if you have a bird.
Okay, let's explain, I guess, before we get too far into this. So
maybe a bird. I don't know.
We are going to post a video of a couple of dog friends of ours. Birdie and Sunday are going to be in the post eating watermelon. And that's why we're saying if you have a dog or other animal that might like to try to take a bite out of watermelon, we're going to encourage you guys to take a picture or a video. Video's even better, especially when dogs have it for the first time. So, Lorenzo, the challenge is on to you. And
Time to get Carl involved.
it's going to be awesome. And I couldn't believe Sunday when she took her first bite, because she took the bite and then it became a bigger bite and then yet another huge bite at the end, trying to get the whole thing.
My favorite one was, you showed me the video of Birdie. She took a chunk out of the water, like pulled a chunk off of the watermelon and walked away.
She was gone. She's like, this is mine. She took it. So we're going to encourage you to share them. We'd love to see all of y'all's furry pets. And again, this will be on our socials later on today. And that being said, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend coming up. And we will be back in a couple weeks for episode number 27. Until then, all of y'all take care.